Don't say anything bad.
See. Why would I say anything bad? I'm walking in.
Come on, baby.
Literally. Ooh, I'm almost done. I need one more potion.
I can't do any potions.
You can't?
No.
I think you need to do potion marker first, maybe?
No, I mean like I can't do potion marker. I don't know how to. I can't do it! I can't do it! I can't watch my live stream.
Which one did I need again? I forgot. Moon.
Yeah.
Give me that moon. Yeah. Gotcha. Wizard marker, prince marker. Oh, turn my volume down.
You're in my way. Get down. Get down.
Wait, hold up. In my settings. Add.
Oh my god, I guessed it right! I guessed it!
What, did you get it?
No, shut up. I'm not trying to be rude, it's just like... wild how everything ends. Well, no way we could change the outcome.
August 15th, 2023.
Oh, damn.
It all started in the state of Pennsylvania. 3 friends with the nicknames of Fear, Guilty, and Kool-Aid decided that they were going to start playing a game called Football Fusion together. After playing pubs for a while, they started to get really good. Eventually, Fear and Kool-Aid wanted to get into something more challenging. And that's when they discovered it. The world of Football Fusion leagues. It was perfect. A place where people could form their own teams and play competitively against each other, just like real NFL. Fear and Kool-Aid knew they had to be a part of it. So, they joined a league. The team was small, with only 10 members, and was in a small league called RFL. The team wasn't very good either, but it was an exciting shift for Fear and Kool-Aid, where they got their first taste of the more competitive side of Football Fusion. Eventually, though, the team got inactive, and Fear and Kool-Aid stopped wanting to play for it, so they quit. But it didn't end there. Remember Guilty? Well, he saw what Fear and Kool-Aid did, and wanted to be a part of it. So, he became a franchise owner of a team in one of the most memorable leagues in FGK history. That league is LFA. On April 12, 2024, the Indianapolis Colts were created, headlined by Guilty as the franchise owner and Fear and Kool-Aid as coaches. The team would acquire some important players who would help the team in not just LFA, but future leagues they joined later on. Some of these names included Mari, a reliable wide receiver who ended up becoming a legend amongst the FGK community. Joey,
Yeah, I remember Mari.
a longtime FGK player who started as a bench player and worked all the way up to becoming a starter on the team. And later on...
Wait a minute, why is that the message? Yo, Reese, I'm watching history, right? And my friend, and I was really good person on his team. And what I see, one of the messages I see on the video is, Joey, Logan said he's gonna touch you. I'm like, wait a minute, why is that in the video?
On would become a coach for them as well. Mo, an offensive lineman with more ball knowledge than anyone else, who was friendly to
Well, I know
everyone.
secretly that you like
And
that message.
Day Trot,
No.
another friend that the FGK trio knew in real life, who helped the
In
team
touch.
with chemistry and skill. Together, this team became unstoppable. They were unstoppable in the league. With Mari at receiver, Fear at QB, and Kool-Aid as the slot guy, they were known as the deadliest trio in all of LFA, constantly putting up big numbers. With this success, however, there came another trait this team had. They were not only known as the best team in the league, but also the most hated. Anyone who couldn't beat them hated them. Did the FGK team care, you might ask?
Okay.
Nope. They embraced it, and eventually made it to the Super Bowl. It was time. The moment they had all been waiting for. Fear, Kool-Aid, and Guilty had never been in the Super Bowl for a league before, but they knew their
That was my
players and
rookie
team
year.
had enough chemistry to beat anyone.
Wild.
It was time.
Yeah, because we're all gonna be going, fella.
Oh yeah, I was
So,
captain.
fella, it's not a fun ride, you know, it's a real fun ride. I appreciate how we're kicking me out.
Yo, what a lateral.
Alright, now I unbench for defense.
Yo, Joey, you're
Look
on
at me.
I mean defense.
Yeah, I did.
We're gonna do. Okay,
no.
instead of Mari and
My room's so hot.
Kool-Aid, we can do. What?
What's
What
up, Megan Short?
He didn't die either. He didn't even die.
Trying to.
Keep blocking. Keep blocking.
Touchdown. Touchdown. Let's go. Get in.
Yes!
Let's go.
The game was pure domination until the other team came back. With clock winding down, and the score being 55-55, the Colts knew that they had to score.
Go for 2. Like, if they score, they can go for 2.
After scoring the go-ahead touchdown, the Colts had one more thing to do to seal the game. They had to stop the Vikings from scoring. And they did. The game was over. The Indianapolis Colts, led by the FGK trio, had won the Super Bowl. But now what? With LFA being over, the trio decided to take a break from Football Fusion. Kool-Aid, however, never really wanted to quit, and eventually teamed up with an ex-LFA rival known as Shih IDK, aka Drid, to make a new team hub. Once Fear and Guilty found out, they decided to come back and join the team as coaches. Kool-Aid, with the help of Fear, got the team into some of the most competitive leagues in all of Football Fusion. The most prominent of them all was a league called PFL. November 5th.
Oh yeah, I got all of the
2024.
markers I need in
The
washable
FGK
Kingdom.
Team Hub was now competing in one of the most popular leagues in all of Football Fusion. They knew that with this
Bruh.
increase in competition, they were going to have to get some new additions to the team, especially with all of the old players that retired after LFA. So, they went out and got some incredible players who would go down as some of the most skilled and intelligent players.
Hey, I'm one of
in
them.
FGK
I'm one of
history.
them. I'm one of those players. I'm
Some
one of
of
those
these players include Zane, a well-known player in the Football Fusion community
What?
who became arguably the most important player in the team's PFL run. Patrick, a consistent deep/streak threat who would constantly show up in big moments when it mattered. Zachy, a dominant and versatile player who was always open and always available for games. Icy, a popular Football Fusion
And I'm not
TikToker
mentioned.
who filled the hole at MOB that the team had and played it to perfection. He was very consistent and always made time for us even when he had other important games. Silly Willy, one of the most notorious and active members in FGK history. Silly Willy created the infamous FGK Quotes channel, which featured nearly 1,000 funny quotes made by the FGK members. Silly has never spoken, but always is in chat typing. And finally, Coolio. He played tight end and short for the team, and had one of the greatest primes of all time for the team during their PFL run. He barely spoke, but always showed up to play. With the team hub being filled with well-known, skilled players, they knew they were ready to compete in PFL, a league that they never thought they'd get the chance to play in. They had finally been given an opportunity for it, and they ran with it. With the legendary group highlighted by Zane, Kool-Aid, Fear, Guilty, and Patrick, the team quickly started to win games in D3. They competed as the Nashville Ends and became a feared up-and-coming team name in PFL. After starting 3-0 in the final 3 games of the regular season, the FGK Team Hub was confident coming into the next year, with a goal of hitting D1 by the end of the next season. And after all the hype they gave each other, when the season finally came, they did just what they expected themselves to do. After consistently winning games in D3, they got promoted to D2 PFL, which, after hard-fought games and a great team effort, they ended up making it all the way to D1. Now all they had to do to make the playoffs was go 2-1 in the final week of the PFL regular season. And they did not do that. The FGK Team Hub went 0-3 in their first games in D1 PFL. And with that, the season was over. Though the team didn't make the playoffs, they made it to D1 and ended up completing their goal. But with PFL being done and many players deciding to leave, what do they do now? March 24th, 2025. After a short and forgettable stint in LFG, the Team Hub would take a break, but eventually came back after hearing about a small league Silly Willy had partial ownership in. This league was called SFA. After clinching the 1 seed, the FGK team would unfortunately end up losing in the first round to their rivals.
Oh, we're losing to a femboy. We're actually losing to the femboy.
Okay, 5 touchdowns. We got this. Okay, 5. What's 5 divided by like 100? Okay, we need a touchdown every 20 seconds.
Yeah, no, low-key, we let Wiggle QB a drive.
No, bro, no.
Yeah, bro. What do we have to lose, bro?
Yeah, so it was pretty bad, but that didn't stop them. Soon after the SFA League phase, a popular league called the MVP League contacted Fear. Fear then fully committed the team to the MVP League, and they made this video to announce them joining.
Hello, we are FGK. We are a football fusion team for the MVP League. We are a team built by 3 IRL friends who have had a long legacy in football fusion leagues, including PFL and LFG. We hope to become a feared team in this league and will work hard to turn around the Los Angeles Rams.
Though the team had a lot of confidence, they never really worked out. And though most of the old games they played are now lost media, there was one notable game they had. For one of the final games in the season, the FGK team would get to go against the owner of the league, MVP Amazing's team, featuring one of the most known football fusion players of all time, Expired. So now you might be wondering, did we win? How about we check out Expired's post on the game and see. Honestly, I don't know what else you were expecting. After their loss to MVP's team, the FGK Team Hub was done with the MVP League, and basically completely done with Football Fusion as a whole. And after a long retirement stint, they finally would come back. The strange thing about this era, however, is that it doesn't have an end yet. January 3rd, 2026. The FGK Team Hub would come together again after Fear managed to get them into HSFL, finally fulfilling their goal of getting into all of the top 3 biggest football fusion leagues of all time. Unfortunately, they would have a very short stay in HSFL, as Zayn would randomly betray the team and report his own team for cheating, thus eventually leading to the team getting disbanded. After this event, the FGK trio decided they didn't want to keep competing at these high levels, and instead wanted to have fun. So they decided to bring Kool-Aid's little brother, R&M, in. and focused on developing him into the new face of FGK. This brings us to the very current status of FGK, circa April 23rd, 2026. Fear, Guilty, and Kool-Aid are now competing in a PFL 4v4 league together, alongside with their other IRL friend named, Wiggle, who had previous cameos in other league games with them. As well as developing Malachi and two other IRL friends named Mitchell and Max on the side. And that's it. You are now completely caught up on the history and timeline of the FGK Team Hub. To close out the video, me and some other FGK members would like to share one last message goodbye. And here they are.
Hello everybody, my name is Dagan Trossel, also known as Trot Mostu when we used to play the game. Just want to hop on here and share my little personal experience. So I was inducted into the team pretty early. I was basically like an OG to the squad. Dominic, Spencer, they brought me in to the team. I really enjoyed all my time playing. Honestly, like looking back on it, I miss it a lot. You know, many comeback wins we've had. I always played linebacker and a little bit of receiver once in a while, but I was the big linebacker guy, defensive minded guy. Really loved how tight knit, close our team was. Always talking on Discord, always just having a good time. Yeah, man. You know, had a lot of wins, won a lot of championships in different leagues. You know, we made our mark for sure. So, yeah.
Hey, Mom. Thank you, Mom.